G'day. Hey.
Going to the Goldie?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, you're a mad cunt.
Yeah, cheers. How far'd you get?
Hey?
How far'd you get? You got the ride before. I saw you.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, yeah.
So I got from Crescent Head to Coffs Harbour. And then from Coffs I just got to here.
Yeah, right. Why'd they drop you here?
Because I was going to Woolgoolga.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where are you going?
So, I'm going to the Gold Coast. I'm actually helping out with red frogs.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, so...
You're a helpful man.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
I'm going to like Broadbeach, but wherever you're going.
Yeah, sick. So, I'm heading up this way. I've got a fuel stop at, well, near Southport.
Yeah, I'll flick you a fitty for fuel if you want.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, man.
Do you mind dropping us at Broady?
Yeah, sure.
Is that alright?
Sure.
Fuck, you're a fucking mag. What's your name, brother?
I'm Jono.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Jack. Sorry.
No worries.
That was hectic when you were pulling over there.
Yeah. Yeah, there was people behind me. I had to let them know, and I had to let you know, and had to first too, so I could, you know, get up to speed and not have people eat my ass.
Yeah.
So, what's your name again?
Jack.
Jack.
And
awesome.
yours?
Jono.
Jono. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. What are you doing with red frog? Oh, because Schoolies is on, is it?
Yeah, Schoolies is on.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty much just like making sure young fellas, you know, make the right choices and, you know, don't die.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Sexual protection.
Yeah.
Drug protection.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
And, general violence. You know, we don't intervene. We just like mitigate and prevent.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the sort of thing.
No, good on you, brother.
Yeah. Cheers, bro. What brings you up to the Gold Coast?
I got a Bucks party.
Oh, damn.
So all my mates already went up on Friday.
Yeah.
And I didn't I had to work, so I missed the lift.
Yeah.
So I thought I wasn't even gonna go. I was just gonna dog it, Jono, because I didn't have a lift up and I lost my license. So I thought, fuck it. I was sitting there just like twiddling my thumbs. I'll just hitchhike,
Yeah. Fair enough. I've always wanted to go hitchhiking myself. Like, I mean, I've got the car. Like, I can do it, but I feel like just being spontaneous and kind of just relying on other people.
Yeah.
Just actually.
It's a bit of an adventure.
Oh yeah. I like adventures. Yeah.
Yeah.
My other mates who are doing red frogs, they just caught the plane up, but I'm driving up from Wollongong.
Yeah, right.
That's where I'm from.
Okay. I like the gong, it's a good spot.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, good sir.
Yeah.
But, so just to see my grandparents and then do lifeguarding tests at Southwest Rocks.
Oh yeah, you'll probably see my mate there.
Yeah.
If you can remember my name, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack Baxter.
Jack Baxter.
Remember Baxter, the dog from what's it called? Fuck.
Yeah.
Anchorman.
Yeah.
Remember Anchorman's dog?
Yeah.
But Johnny, he's blonde John.
And he's
he'll be doing it with you. Not dread, he's just blonde hair.
Oh right, yeah.
But yeah, is that the only place you can do it there, is it?
Oh no, there's plenty of other places along the coast.
Just while you're up this way?
Yeah, while I'm up this way, and I was sick last week, and like I broke my arm, I had exams, and I got sick, so I really needed to have the time to train, so...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just decided, may as well do it whilst I'm travelling up here.
Yeah, that's the go. Yeah. So you do lifeguarding for the holidays?
Yeah, absolutely. Down South Coast, Shoalhaven way.
Nice.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Crescent Head.
Yeah, wow.
You know Crescent?
Yeah.
Just near Southwest Rocks there. Yeah, that's home, bro. I grew up there, but I just moved back to Crescent. I've been along the northern rivers like Byron, Mullumbimby, like that area.
Yeah.
So that's been home the last 6 years odd, and I've just moved back down to Crescent. Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it,
Yeah. And the Bucks party as well.
Yeah, that's my mates gathered like 15 of us. So it should be fucking a good gathering, eh? Do you want one of these?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, cheers.
Oh, yeah. 2?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Beautiful, thank you.
Yeah, have you been to Crescent before?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually done the drive up here. I've mainly just gone as far as Port Macquarie.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've got cousins at like I think Tweed Heads. Yeah, that's where they're from.
Yeah, right.
But I was going to stay with them, but they're overseas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you grew up in Wollongong?
A bit south of Wollongong, so now like Culburra area.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, John, that you might see the first day, he was living down there like the Rule.
Oh yeah.
And like Culburra and that for about 6 months working down there. But he was loving it for all the waves, eh?
Yeah, for sure. So was he a tradie?
Yeah, he was doing tree work down there.
Oh, cool.
Just living down there for something different.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try it out one day.
For sure, for sure. It's a really flexible sort of, it really allows for a flexible sort of lifestyle, you know, traveling around, you can pick a spot wherever, and yeah, it's really good. Accommodation's a whole lot cheaper down there than Sydney or further up north.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good.
And the waves are way better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pretty much the further south you go, the less crowded it is, and there's like lots of different types of breaks. So yeah, that allows for you to pick the best spots.
Yeah, like I've been down Jervis Bay before, and like Wollongong and that, but I wasn't there timingly for the swell. We actually got a little. There was like 2-3 foot at Jervis at Aussie Pipe.
Oh yeah.
I just got a new board and we pulled up there, so that was fun. Try the new board,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with the bay, the different headlands, like even at like Green Island, like knowing where the swell is coming, you can pick the right spot. It's really good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Green Island and Minyana, that's a good camping spot too.
Yeah, I've heard about Minyana, Yeah, I'll do a road trip down there one day, I reckon, and just fucking camp through it.
That'd be awesome.
Swag it out.
Yeah, I've done it before with mates. It's a good time. Yeah.
So you love your surfing, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really into bodyboarding and body surfing, but I also love freediving as well. Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, that's weird, eh? The first lady that picked me up. Oh, you mean freediving? Her son does scuba diving. Diving courses on the Goldie.
Yeah.
But freediving's a whole different game, eh?
Absolutely. You know, it's your lungs is your oxygen tank. You just got to rely on your body. And
how long can you hold your breath, you reckon?
I've done it like dry land 3 minutes.
Fuck, that's good, eh?
But like the thing is, like I'd like to focus more on distance than time.
Okay.
Yeah. But
don't they both complement each other?
They do for sure.
But you use more energy when you're swimming.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's because like you're not necessarily down there to just hold your breath. You're down there to actually travel around and see what the heck's down there. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like Jervis Bay area, there's lots of underwater caves and really cool sculptures.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and like there's this one called Drum and Drumsticks, where pretty much like a whole bunch of seals and wobbegong sharks like migrate around there, and it's like really cool seeing them on display. Wow. Yeah.
That would be cool, bros.
For sure.
Have you been? So you done Fish Rock at Southwest Rocks before?
Oh no.
Diving out there?
I've never gone to Southwest Rocks before until today.
You can go diving out Fish Rock, it's called, and it's a little island off Southwest Rocks.
Oh right. Yeah.
You'll see it when you're there, but that's supposed to be pretty magical for diving there, eh?
That's lit.
Ask the locals about it when you go.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure you can get a boat out there with someone. Well, they do diving out there, so you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So how long can you hold your breath doing the dive?
Doing the dive? I don't actually know. I haven't even done the time like whilst moving, but I've gone I can do like 30 meters deep. So you go down 30 meters, come up 30 meters.
You got to equalise every 5, don't you? Is that right, or is it?
Yeah, you like. So you can equalise in steps, or you can equalise continuously. So, like, you don't have to pinch your nose. You can.
Or you can equalise as you're going.
Yeah, as you're going.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's really just like a muscle. Like you just wiggle your ears, and that equalises it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, like you get better at it as you do it, eh?
Absolutely, and like one injury can stop you off for life.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because like if you burst your eardrum, like it takes so much to heal and you don't know if it's like fully recovered before you can go out again. And if you go out again and stuff it up again, you know, you're really risking it. Pushing it beyond repair.
Yeah.
Another thing is like diver's ear is like, you know, when surfer's ear as well. It's when like, you know, the bones grow together.
Oh yeah. Have you ever had that?
No. I'm too young. I'm 19.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. How old are you?
28.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
I think I was down in Sydney when I was 19. Did you ever go to Sydney?
Sydney? Yeah, occasionally. Got mates and family up there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so my family's originally from Sydney. We're from like Bondi and Randwick area. Eastern suburbs.
Oh yeah. I'm actually from Bondi and Randwick. I was born in Randwick.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Randwick.
Yeah.
We were like living there as a family until I was about 4 or 5, and then moved up to Crescent Head.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
I moved when I was 4 to Cobar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's like a small town, Cobar, isn't it?
Absolutely, and like small town, but people get to know people, and travel about, like, you know, Tyler Wright and Owen Wright.
Oh, they live there?
Yeah, well, they came from there. Yeah.
Do you know Riley? And he's a plumber.
Right. Oh, there's a couple of plumbers, but mate.
Black hair. Hot missus.
I know. I know Jimmy the plumber, but I don't know Riley from plumber.
I don't know his last name. I'll try to find it right now. But he's a mate. I didn't even realise until it clicked then. Yeah.
There's the heels as well. Like, I was, you know, even talking to some fellas doing lifeguarding tests today at Southwest Rocks. Like the heels, like everyone knows the heels. Like they're really cool. Big family, but it's cool.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Wrights, you mean?
Yeah. Well, the Hills is a big family, but the Wrights, the Wrights are big surfers. They're a bit older than me, so I didn't really grow up knowing them. But like they came down occasionally and taught some local wood riders.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Same with Brittany Higginson.
Yeah. Okay.
Whole road trip, 20 hours to the Gold Coast, 20 hours there and back from the Gold Coast. So I've got a whole bunch of albums recommended to me from my mates. This is the Wiggles album.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Sorry, John, I'm don't be rude, I'm just texting you, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's...
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, sorry, buzz.
All good.
I changed it,
Yeah.
Bluetooth. Is this it? Yeah. Well, that was Queen, though, eh?
Yeah, it's good. What music do you listen to?
What, rap? R&B, pretty much bits of everything. I'm not too particular, but I always love me rap shit. But I like soul stuff too, like alternative type music.
Yeah.
And rock and anything that's good, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't be too particular, but the modern day rap music's pretty toxic. Like, his music can subliminally affect you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think listening to it too much can make you a bit of a shallow cunt.
Yeah.
And you think a bit fucking toxically. I've only just started to realise that,
Yeah, for sure.
I broke up with my girlfriend, not because of those toxic ways, but the way you think that definitely taints the way you fucking treat people.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't think it's not good to listen to it too much. Better off listening to like acoustic music, I think. What about you?
I like listening to a whole bunch of different things, like recently, well, to list a couple of different things, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
They're chronic,
They are amazing.
I haven't heard them in ages, bro.
Beautiful. I would love to see them live.
That'd be off. Yeah.
But I also love listening to like electronic music. Like there's lots of weird.
So do I. House tech,
house music. Yeah. Trance music. That sort of thing.
Same. No, I've been to several like Duffs. You go to Duffs down there?
Oh, there's a couple. There's a couple techno raves down at Wollongong as well. Ones that like pop up every now and then. Yeah, there's like a Facebook group that that shows where they go.
Yeah, okay. There's heaps up Northern Rivers Way, like where we're going.
Yeah.
Goldie and that.
Yeah.
We've been to several in the last few years.
That's lit.
Yeah, they're good for the soul, eh? Like, if you do it properly, it's really cleansing. Like you take a lot of drugs, but you come back seeing things a bit differently.
Yeah.
I'm just burping.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, highly recommend it. Jono, eh?
Yeah.
If you like tech and electronic, they're the fun things to go and see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, alright, I can appreciate more music without the drugs, like, but still, it's good fun anyway. And it's also interesting seeing like the crossover between different cultures, like, say surf culture and like rock culture, like that pretty much forms like
the mix.
The mix, like, you know, Dune Rats, Skags, and Hockey Dad, all those guys.
True. And then you go a bit more alternate, and it's like fucking been scattered from smoking lately, but Ocean Alley. They're a bit more
the fire guys. Oh yeah.
And then fucking before them that went big. And they went massive.
Which one?
They're similar to Ocean Alley. Hold up, I'll find it.
Parcels are pretty similar.
Parcels?
Yeah. Well, they might be called the Parcels, but yeah.
Now we flying up Pico with Guadalupe and Frederico. 1942 meat flow. Turn the keys to a souffle, extra few cake, get a free
Lime cordial.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Sticky fingers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then there's Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. They're another one.
Right.
They're pretty big on Triple J. Yeah. I don't listen to the radio too much anymore, but
neither.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Triple J when I was in the trade.
Yeah.
And I was doing tree work up the coast there, so we'd never have the radio on. But it was good because there's a lot of shit on Triple J these days.
Yeah, I feel like it jumps around way too much. Like it goes to some really like, you know, $2 pop, and then it goes to like some heavy metal. Like, you know, you can appreciate both, but chucking them both together, like end to end, that kind of like throws you off a little bit when you're trying to listen to some good music. Getting into it,
Like, I get it. They're trying to be there for all tastes of people listening, but fuck, it used to be a bit more like they didn't really
mainstream.
There was no mainstream shit on there really. Like maybe the odd one, but now it's a lot of mainstream just going through it there.
Yeah, I suppose they're mainly pointing that sort of like non-mainstream things for Triple J Unearthed. But it's still pretty cool.
You're right there, actually. The Unearthed keeps it all alternate, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And Double J too, if you want to get like the odd mix and the old mix as well, like early 2000s.
True. That's who I thought you meant. Double J. Do you play music?
I play cello.
Nice.
It's good.
Like the flute?
No, the cello, like the
violin top.
The big violin that goes between your legs.
They're sick.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
are you good at it or?
I'm like decent. Like I'm not too good. I couldn't make any money off it, but like I still enjoy it. I do like occasional covers. I played for what do you call it? School school, like, what do you call performances? School theatre. Yeah, that's that's good fun. And church as well. It's good.
Cool.
Good fun.
Yeah, see those type of instruments, they're very positive on the soul, I think.
Yeah.
Any orchestral type.
Yeah, for sure.
Instrument's quite real, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
it's just you're on the instrument. You got to understand the instrument and really get into it.
Yeah. How long have you been playing it?
Well, like 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I wish I put more. I've always been interested in the piano. My mum suggested it to me when I was like in primary school, but I just fucking didn't do it, eh?
Yeah.
Like, on the way home, while I walked home, there was this lady that done lessons. I just fucking said no. I was a bit of a no kid.
Yeah. I mean,
stubborn little fucker.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is, like, being stubborn is good if you choose to stick to something that you're good at. But like, you won't get good at something unless you don't give it a go.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you can't be the best at everything. And like, I'm choosing, like, I'm at university, I'm studying engineering. Like, I know I can't like get super good at cello whilst I'm, you know, studying like, you know, tech and math and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
you can incorporate the cello into tech, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tech, electronics, pretty well anything, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. But like, yeah, like I make my own pickups and
pickups.
Yeah, pickups. So like you can plug it into amps and like, you know, record it really easily, make it really loud and
DJ it a bit.
Add fuzz and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, and like making my own pedals with lid as well. I'd love to do that. Yeah.
What's that, mate? What's pedals?
So pedals, they're like the effects that you add to any sort of instrument, such as like guitar. Like, you know, they hit a pedal and it like adds reverb. Reverb is like the sound you get when you are speaking in like a fire escape or a stairwell or like a really large room.
Like a bit of an echoey.
Yeah.
I get ya.
Yeah, so
there's a lot to music, isn't there? It's a fucking whole different language.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if you really know about it.
And it transcends like human language as well.
Oh yeah.
It's because, like, you know, going across cultures, like people, you know, you can go to a dance club overseas and you can just really get into the music, and it doesn't matter what language you speak, you just get into it.
Yeah. No, fucking oath.
Have you been overseas before?
I have, luckily enough. My family took us over there. When I was 12, we went to Europe.
Yeah, right.
Lucky enough, went to just parts of Europe anyway. And then we went to India when I was like 17.
Sick.
But based on what you were just saying on the musical language relating to ours, I saw this video online one day, Jono.
Yeah.
These scientists of sorts were fucking with music and they were recording sounds animals make.
Oh yeah.
And then they'd either speed it up or slow it down.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of it? And then, so all different sounds, so you can like slow down a bird's chirp and it sounds like whales or something.
Yeah.
Or dolphins.
Yeah.
And then they can actually, like, certain animals slowed or sped up sound like humans talking.
Absolutely.
So that's off its cunt.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah. It's
nuts. Like, it's really insane. Like, the sound that things make, I'd really be in such despair if I could no longer hear sound. Like, one of the best ways I get to know people is like know what sort of music they like and kind of like listen to how they speak as well.
Yeah.
Because the way that people speak, you know,
there's a passion in there.
Yeah, passion, and you can really see like intent and emotion in how they speak as well.
Than just like no effort at all.
Yeah, or just like you know, words in a text or just a phone call where you can't really see like the you know, facial expression, all that sort of thing.
Yes, I completely understand you, brother.
Yeah,
I think that's because I've had a weird taste in music. I found like a lot of people are quite listening to the lyrics and what they're saying in songs, but a lot of the time, John, I don't even give a fuck what they're saying. It's more the sound of the song, the way it hits me.
Pretty much.
So it's, I'm not acknowledging the meaning. It's more the sound and the way they'll drop the beat or say whatever they're saying. You know, I'm taking what it means sometimes, but a lot of the time, like a lot of songs I love, I don't even know the fucking lyrics to it.
Yeah, same.
But I know how the sound, I know the bass line, I know I could sort of mix my own sort of addition into it.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Freestyle into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I feel the timing of a beat.
Yeah. You know, I don't really know any of the lyrics to any of the Fundamental songs, right? You know Fundamentals?
Yeah, they're good.
But on my first day, like moving to Wollongong, like my first night in Wollongong, I went to a Fundamentals concert at UOW Unibar.
Yeah.
That start this year, and I went there with a mate. I didn't know any of the lyrics. I went there and I could sing every single lyric, like, you know, just as they say it.
Wow.
Because it's just like it's like, you know, it brings it into your mind. It brings it into your mind, and it's like a conversation in a sense. Like they have the instrumentals, and then you're like, oh, okay, I know what to think. I know where this is going.
Yeah. Whether he's bringing the mood up or down.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah.
For sure. Oh, really? Okay.
Low battery.
Oh, no. I just took a wrong turn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Aren't you on the Goldie?
Yeah, that's true now.
Oh, yeah, this is the main road.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tweaking out, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I really wanted to I want to like get rid of the smartphone. I want to go dumb phone.
Don't?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to do it, eh? As soon as I've paid my plan off, gun, I fucking hate social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's so distractingly addictive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's so much just basic shit you don't need on there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go back to a fucking flip phone and then just get on the internet on a laptop if I need to.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, do you work on the laptop, and then, you know, the thing is with laptops is you have to open the lid to use them. But with smartphones,
it's just there.
The screen is always there, so you can just go flip it open and then go into whatever. Like,
sometimes I feel like throwing it at a brick wall.
Absolutely.
Because I've just wasted hours staring at the ground.
Yeah.
So timeless. I think it's deliberate. Like, social media and all the fucking internet applications these days are made to just slow us down from pursuing the things we want to do.
Absolutely.
Unless you've got a motivated fucking energy about yourself, then you fucking get shit done. But I'm a bit of a fucking pleasantry person.
Yeah.
But I don't like that about myself. But I think, I'll just say, Jono.
Yeah, no worries.
Especially the kids growing up with it.
Yeah.
See, we were lucky, I was lucky enough. I've been older than you. Like, Instagram, that came out when I was like 17, 16. Yeah. And I didn't even start using it till I was like 19, 20.
Yeah.
And then that wasn't even like use, it was just on my phone. But then like in the last 5-6 years, I reckon it's been quite abusive. Yeah. And you're just scanning there looking at nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's like, here's an interesting thought. So, how much did it cost you to get the app?
Nothing.
How much does it cost you to use the app?
Nothing.
But, how much are people paying to show you what they're making, to show you ads, to show you content?
Yeah, shitloads, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, your time is being bought away by other people.
Yeah.
So in a sense, your attention span is a product.
Yeah.
Because you're a customer.
True shit.
So you gotta spend your attention wisely. It's like, I really want to see I don't know what sort of discipline would help in making it, but like actually seeing a calculator, saying, okay, so it looks at what people you're following, it looks at how many hours you go on social media per week, and it calculates how how much money has been spent on your attention span this week.
Yeah, that'd be a cool stat.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, but there are positives in it though. You're like, if you're creating a brand or a business or something, it's a free promotional platform.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like so many people have gotten rich off it, of just selling stupid little videos.
Yeah,
they're entertaining.
Yeah.
But now their following group is making them money.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is a positive, really. Like,
yeah.
If you can make money from doing fuck all, really, inspired unemployed.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Like that's good product, but because they're funny cunts.
Yeah.
And there would be a bit of work in making it. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, for the money they're making, they're not doing fuck all.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, like once a video's done, it's a passive income for what?
Yeah, exactly.
But you got to respect it.
It's like, well, in a sense, they're doing what people have done before, but the people that they're connecting to is a whole lot different.
Yeah.
They're like, the thing is with like comedy back in the day before the internet, you pretty much just had to please whoever the TV network connected to, or if you didn't even get on TV, you weren't that big. It was like whoever liked you in the crowd at that local comedy club.
Yeah.
But like the thing is with the internet is it's just so niched. Like you can find your niche, you can find your like the people that you agree with, the taste that you like, and like it's good seeing lots of things that you like. But if you don't see other things that you don't like, then you kind of become so like it's a bubble, like so insular. You don't have your mind open to other ideas.
Yeah, biased.
In other ways, I think it's biased. Exactly. Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's good to taste all the chocolates, eh?
Absolutely.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, no worries.
Get it when I'm smoking.
Yeah, no worries.
I had a cigarette with Beth. Beth was my first pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Old Beth from... Where's she from? She was in Coffs.
Yeah.
And then I was in the middle of Coffs, really. And then fucking Stephen picked me up, this mad Aboriginal brother, and dropped me in Wollongong, and then you got me a mad cunt.
Yeah, sick. No worries.
Really appreciate it, eh?
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought, fuck, the worst that this could happen is no one gets me at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm just stuck somewhere.
Yeah, you're just walking. Yeah.
I got some coin, but I would have been stuck there overnight. Probably sat in some motel, just having a shit night.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So you've made it happen for me, Johnson.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and honestly, like, good favors come around. Yeah, it's good to see you going. Good.
Well, I'm going to help you out with a fitty and petty too. So it's that's sort of a benefit for you too.
Yeah, that'd be lit. Yeah. Actually, there's this app called Bush Ride, or it's like this website called Bush Ride, where you pretty much like you put in a destination, you put in a date, and you can get in contact with a whole bunch of people that that are going there at that time,
and like a payment thing.
Yeah, and you can get a ride with them, and it's like cheaper than paying for your own fuel, and it's cheaper than getting a whole car. It's just like sharing. It's pretty much just like organized hitchhiking in a sense.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like a fucking private Uber.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But like, you kind of think of it as Facebook Marketplace. You pretty much sell a ride from like A to B. Like you can either be the seller or the buyer, like the person riding or driving. But yeah, it's super flexible. Yeah. I tried to give it a go for people coming up to Gold Coast, but I thought, with the detours that I'm making at my grandparents and lifeguard tests, I wouldn't really want to throw people around that much. Yeah. But yeah.
Did it work out for you?
Well, nobody really asked.
So you put yourself on there as a driver?
As a driver, yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't take much to sign up. I mean, just like as a driver to just a driver's license, but any sort of ID as a passenger, and yeah, that works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's it called? Book Ride?
Bush Ride.
Bush Ride.
Bush Ride, it's an Aussie company.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's like, it works and it makes sense for people travelling, great distances in this country. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, fuck it, I'll have to suss that out.
Absolutely.
Because my licence was suspended the other day for like 3 months I got done when I was still on the Northern Rivers. with the phone cameras.
Oh,
when you're on your phone, they sting you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck their dogs, ain't.
Oh, I know. They're clever how they do it though.
Yeah, it's mad revenue. That'll probably be the biggest revenue out there.
I reckon, maybe.
Compared to speeding fines and that.
But like speeding cameras, yes. Well, actually, which ones are more signposted, I suppose?
Well, yeah, probably speeding cameras. But these days, they don't even tell you where these little cameras are for the phones.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're sly little fucking, small cameras.
And it doesn't take much to run them.
Nah.
Yeah. Before I went to Port Macquarie, like I think, between Picton and Port Macquarie, there were like these lines on the road. And they're like a sign saying like aerial speed checks. So people, police like count like from I'm guessing from helicopters. Like how fast it takes you to go from like one line to another.
Yeah, right.
And see to see if you're speeding. But they could do that with a drone and cut down a whole lot of costs instead of helicopter fuel.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah. Or they could just put the lights on the road. Not even check. People would slow down anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Also, the lines are symbolism for that aerial check.
Well, the lines are what they actually use to check how fast you're going. Because speed is distance over time. And if they know the distance, then they time how long it takes you to do the distance. And then they can see, how fast you're going. Yeah, that's sly, isn't it? Yeah, pretty sneaky. I know it's big in America, but like not so big over here.
Yeah. Because I know that there's already those cameras that they'll scan your plate and then they'll work it. This might be what you're talking about, and then it'll scan it again in like the next, say, 70 k's. And if you've got to that camera faster than you should have, they book you.
That's interesting. I could not think of that.
So it's like a timing thing. So if you're on the limit, it'll take a certain amount of time for you to get to the next camera.
Yeah.
But if you beat that time, then you'll be speeding.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's nuts. But like, I don't think they can actually really pinpoint an actual speed, like that you're like how fast you're going. Like you could have gone say 200 kilometers an hour and then went to 50. Or you could have gone 200 kilometers an hour and went to 80.
Ratio it out,
Yeah, exactly. So like what sort of speed do they pinpoint to your thing?
Yeah.
They might just average the whole
time.
Yeah, whole time. Yeah. That's a big truck. Beast.
Yeah. Big truck.
Yeah, right.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
The Ram.
Yeah, and blacked out windows and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. How long are you up here for, bro?
A week. Yeah, 1 whole week.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Staying at your grandparents, did you say?
I stayed at grandparents last night.
Oh, yeah.
But with Red Frogs, we pretty much just get a hotel booked for us, which is good.
And get paid?
Volunteer.
Yeah, okay.
Volunteer is good, yeah.
Yeah, good on you, brother.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Yeah, good karma, eh?
Yeah.
Not that you're chasing it, but it feels good to do a good thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Even when it doesn't feel good, it's just still good to do good.
Yeah.
It's still good to do good. Like, I'm a Christian, and I feel, regardless of what other people believe, loving others just as God loved me is just the right thing to do, as far as I see.
Yeah, well said, bros.
Yeah, cheers.
It's got a lot of beautiful ways of seeing things with religion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But Nick Cave?
Yeah.
Yeah. A thing that he said is it's pretty interesting. It's like I believe in God in spite of religion, not because of it.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think he goes to church. I don't think he does the traditional
religious ways.
Yeah, the traditional side of things.
Yeah.
But he still believes it.
Yeah, he doesn't do the practice. I know what you're saying.
But I suppose as well, how can you believe something if it doesn't change the way you do things?
Well, that's right. Well, I suppose he's saying he understands it's definitely real.
Yeah.
But it's not tainting the way he lives. which I get.
Yeah. Well, perhaps he like it might change the way you live, but he doesn't like organised sort of thing where it's kind of relying on other people. It's like religion is groups of people believing the same thing, but he might just not want to be with other people believing the same thing, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's like following a sports team, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
and you all follow one thing and agree on that's the best team. Because there are so many different religions. It's funny like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they all mean like the Quran, the Bible, the fucking all the Bibles all have along the line saying the same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities, but I think it wouldn't be the right thing to say that they're all the same.
Is this the red frog truck here?
Which one?
This truck. Is that the red frog truck?
No,
that's just got a red lizard on it, eh?
Yeah, with gecko. That's a red gecko. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, you read it
well.
Right.
Yeah, no worries.
I thought, are we convoying here? Or?
Yeah, nah. I don't know anyone else that's driving up to Gold Coast, but
yeah, right.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good fun, but like, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And like, here's the thing as well. There's people who go to church, but they're not spiritual. They just do it as like a practice, or do it to make them feel good, or because they feel like it makes them a better person.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what, are you pretty committed, Johnny? You don't take drugs or anything, or drink? Or
like, even if it allowed me to, actually I looked at Bible study this week on alcohol, and like there's lots of different opinions, and pretty much all the people there, they drank pretty reasonably, pretty responsibly. I don't drink at all because like it's been pretty bad in my family before, and I just want to be healthy, man.
It feels better to be fucking clean, eh?
Yeah. What I really appreciate is my mind being like as clear as possible.
Yeah.
As clear as possible. Like what interests me the most, like out of all the substances, psychedelics.
Yeah.
Like,
do you like MDMA?
MDMA, LSD, DMT. They're all really interesting.
Yeah.
But like, if I can't appreciate this reality, like what's the point of delving into other realities? Like I feel like this is
life is the most beautiful reality.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, brother.
Why try and escape? Like those things are real. Those things are real that they get into. But
I like psychedelics, like mushrooms. MDMA is probably my favourite.
Yeah.
Well, because you see, especially when you're taking a trip, like or mushrooms, you see things in a different light. Like you see fucking like the vibration of trees nearly.
Oh yeah.
With MDMA, it releases like the love emotion to this beautiful fucking level.
Yeah.
When you have clean shit anyway.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. You don't want to get anything dirty. But and DMT.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the death.
Dream.
Like the what do you call it? The death chemical.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's adding something to your brain. It's just like in your brain you have like little batteries that hold like different chemicals.
Yeah.
And it pretty much just like the drug releases that battery in your brain.
Yeah.
And that battery for DMT is like the feeling you get when you're about to die. That's when people like have the whole life flash before their eyes. That's DMT. And that sort of thing is nuts.
Yeah.
But
they've been doing research in England about. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, no worries.
But they've been volunteers. I don't know if you've read about it. Have been doing DMT and going to these different fucking realities, basically, or consciousness, and seeing like sort of deities and spirits.
Yeah.
And talking to them, and as trippy as like they'd be induced and be like on it for a few hours.
Yeah.
And they said they'd go back to the same place when they were going to these trips, like it had a layout, and they were actually mapping this place. That's off its fucking head, I reckon.
Absolutely. One thing that I find pretty interesting is like a lot of people share similar experiences, like shared trips and like shared deities and like creatures that they experience in DMT.
Yeah.
And some of that makes me think, Oh, did they read about that before and then think about that in the trip?
Yeah.
Or does that actually exist beforehand? Because, you know, a lot.
Is it a creation they've made in their mind?
Yeah, exactly. Is it inherently, is like it instinctual for us to, you know, think of like a crazy black snake, which is something that people say is like a shared creature within the realm of D&D.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
it's interesting as fuck, eh?
Yeah, I know that's beyond me. That's beyond me. I know a couple of people who are like studying medicine. I don't know anyone doing neuroscience at uni, but man, the brain is the final frontier, because like, you know, we've explored the universe. We've shot like little rockets and satellites and little probes into outer space, going beyond the Milky Way. But not beyond the Milky Way, but beyond the solar system. But we still don't fully understand our mind.
Nah,
it's nuts.
I think it's deeper than the ocean.
Oh yeah.
The way the mind works.
For sure.
With like meditation is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good. And like, the thing is, people like chuck meditation into like a little basket. Like they think, oh, meditation's like a yoga thing, or meditation's
like breath work.
Meditation's like a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
But like, you can use it for so many different uses.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
What do you mainly use it for?
Well, I don't even use it in a practice. I should be doing it more, Jono, but I did this. Have you heard of the Vipassana?
The Vipassana?
Vipassana with a V?
No.
Yeah, I recommend it, brother. So what it is a 10-day, it's like a cone of silence. It's out in Blackheath in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, wow.
And it's free.
Damn.
It's free, bro. So it's not like, and it's based on like Buddhist sort of training, because they teach you the way of meditating, which is like the OG way of like the way the Buddha used it. So it's 10 days, because 10 days is like the minimum amount of time that you can actually sort of get trained up and understand the technique.
Yeah.
But you eat vegetarian the whole time. You're divided from the women and the men, and you sleep in these dorms, and it's all very taken care of. But I highly recommend it, John. Like if you want to learn how to meditate in the raw way. Oh, poor cunt.
Yeah, not good. Not out of camper.
Yeah. Then fucking look it up. Vipassana.
Vipassana, yeah, it's sick. Sure will. Yeah. Good to hear that it's free, to be honest.
Well, it's not being pushy. They're not expecting anyone to pay.
Yeah, and it's not like, it's not people just capitalising off raw human experiences.
Yes.
That sort of thing is...
That's right.
Yeah,
you're seeing it for your own personal way.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've always been not a follower, but a believer in how the Buddhists see life and see how the mind works. And when you're there and you're doing the training, Jono, like everything they talk about, they explain to make it understood.
Yeah.
It's not like because if you read the Bible, it's such an old language. Like you've got to read it a few times to actually understand what the fuck they're trying to say, because it's then like an old English.
Yeah.
So the way they say it in the Vipassana is really understanding and relative to how we live and how we think and see things, and sort of scientifically as well, that everything's energy, everything's vibrating. This is all just like an energy ball, this whole earth. We are both everything living,
Yeah, exactly.
And if you see it like that for what it is, and you can sort of understand that everything's sort of it comes and goes. Emotions come and they'll go, feelings come and go, and the way you think, like thoughts come and go, and it sort of clarifies those things.
It's all connected.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
We are all connected to a consciousness.
Yeah.
It's like a big sea that we can all tap into, I think.
Exactly. I think just the instinctual sentience. Yes. You know sentience?
No.
Sentience is pretty much just like, it sounds like a fancy word, but it pretty much just means being like awake and
tapped in.
Yeah, being able to like recognizing and acknowledge your place in the universe. Like, I'm a human. I'm walking. I have clothes on, and like, you're not thinking of yourself as higher above everything. You're not thinking of yourself as below everything. Like, oh, I'm so big, I'm so small. You're just something. You're existing. You're acknowledging your existence, pretty much.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it, quite simply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consciousness. Being conscious of it all, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
True that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, another thing as well is like what he said with like old English and the Bible. Yeah, that's certainly true. Like, there's certainly different translations that show it in Old English, but the thing is, translating it from the original to language nowadays, the meaning does not change at all.
Yeah,
it's just
true that.
It's the truth still remains, like, from now and from then until now,
yeah,
and
that's
forever.
Right. Yeah,
that sort of thing. Like, yeah, like, prophecies are still yet to come, and prophecies have been fulfilled.
Yeah.
And, yeah, knowing that it all connects to Jesus is, like, nuts. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It's sick.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my old man was studying religion.
Yeah.
It's called something else, the study.
Yeah.
But yeah,
theology or
theology. Thank you. Yeah.
No worries. No.
He was loving it. He really became a priest, he reckons. But then he met Mum and sort of fell in love and done this,
Yeah.
Which is nice. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, like, I suppose there's, like, with organised religion, there is like, humans. There's humans, and humans aren't perfect. We got to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But it's still good to hang out together and, like, go to church and encourage each other.
Yeah.
In the same faith to.
It's a good community thing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Not just community, but like connected purposes.
Yeah.
Connected purposes. And
it's positive. And it's like a sense of a love.
Yeah,
a gathering of love, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's all everything. Yeah, we all understand one thing.
And even if you don't quite understand, because, like, everyone is learning. Yeah. Like, there's not a single person who like, has learned everything.
No.
Yeah. Not just, like, knowledge, but wisdom as well.
Yes. Yeah, Einstein only understood an amount of how this works. No one really knows where we're from or what the real truth is. That's what's so sort of relevant, relatable with everyone.
Yeah.
No one really knows where the fuck we're from or what we really are, John. That's the most mind-blowing part of all of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's so many theories that humans aren't really from Earth. We're just star travellers.
Yeah, sure.
Which I find pretty cool, because while we're on Earth, we are a bit of a disease. The way we treat animals and the way we treated the Earth itself. Like, it would have been thriving before we got here.
Yeah, I mean, not exactly in harmony with.
But then, sorry, go.
Not exactly in harmony with, like, all the animals in constant conflict to survive. Like, I think, we are animals in the sense that we're wanting the benefit of ourselves, the benefit of others that are like us. But I feel like if animals had the capabilities that we had, similar experiences would happen as well. Like, I think it's just a matter of power and a matter of knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowing, you can know something, but if you have no way to make that happen, then what's the point of knowing that?
Yeah, it can be sort of false information.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if you don't believe the information completely, you're saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, like, I know some people, it's kind of silly, people saying the conflict between science and religion, but they're completely different questions. what versus why.
Yeah.
What versus why, yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, science is a different one, isn't it? Because it's nearly like a whole lot of different views that people have put together and they've agreed upon it.
Well, no, whether they agree to it or not doesn't exactly matter.
Doesn't mean it's true.
No, yeah, it does. Whether they agree to it or not doesn't make it true. It's whether they can verify it or not.
Yeah.
So they make a prediction, like do tests to see how the prediction actually manifests in this world, and then kind of change the way people think about things according to what they find.
Yeah.
And it's not complete in a sense, because like as if we discover something that is the opposite to what we think, then we got to completely change the way we think about things.
Yeah. True that. Because like there was a time, like going against what I've said really in that theory. Like there was a time where there were natives living amongst the animals and living in harmony with the consciousness, like the Africans, the native Aboriginal Australians, the Native American Indians. They all lived in harmony with life and its doings,
Yeah.
Whereas the white fellas of the British Empire were really the other end of that.
Yeah.
They were conquering the world and fucking slaughtering everyone.
Yeah, sure.
The medieval empire was obviously, there was other countries doing it, but and there was always war going on between tribes and stuff as well. So it's a similar thing, but the native people of certain areas definitely just likes to live along the nature's way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And didn't go against it and fuck with it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's just a matter of technology in a sense, because think there are megafauna, so there's fauna and there's flora, so like animals and plants.
Yeah.
There were megafauna, which were like these massive wombats, massive kangaroos.
Yeah, how cool was that?
Yeah, they were cool, but they got pretty much wiped to extinction as soon as Indigenous Australians, first stepped on this land.
Right.
And the thing is, I think that's where racism really comes into it, in saying like, oh, look how bad that they did that. But if any person was thrown into that situation,
they want to eat.
Yeah, they want to eat, of course. And like, if any race coming to this land, first time with the same technology, they'll do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, British Empire, they had really good, like the difference in technology of theirs compared to everyone else's, like massive. But did they have to go over pretty much everywhere over the world and pretty much rape everything and steal resources? No. But they still had technology that allowed them to do that.
Yeah.
So the question is, like, if other people had that technology, so if Indigenous Australians had big boats that allowed them to go overseas and
explore,
do all that sort of thing, would they do that?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is.
Hypothetical. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it gets you thinking.
Yeah, for sure. That's the literature of like alternate histories. Like, oh, what if Germany won the war? What if Japan won the war?
Yeah.
All that sort of thing. Hypotheticals, looking into what the world looks like if something happened differently.
Yeah, well, see, that's the other thing about mysterious places like Egypt.
Yeah.
The pyramids. Like, it seems like there was a civilization. We don't know how long ago. It may have even been a few thousand, maybe it was 1 million years ago, or before Christ, that created those fucking pyramids, which are majestic, so big that they don't even understand how they've made them.
Yeah.
Leaves me thinking that maybe there was a different breed of human, or sort of different breed of fucking creature all in itself. Maybe aliens were we're here and had a relationship with humans and showed them how to fucking make it.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of interesting, like there's a lot of our history that no one understands or comprehends how it was. So that sort of goes against religion in itself, because religion makes us understand who we are and the way we should live. But then there was a time with like all these, you know, old fucking temples throughout Asia that are as old as the pyramids, that they don't understand how they carved them out. Like there's a temple somewhere up in northern Asia, and it was carved into the side of a cliff down. Have you seen that? Into the cliff, and it's carved as one rock. It's a fucking massive, intricate design temple, bros.
Yeah.
And they don't know how they carved into it. Like it looks like it's been, you know, like hammer and chisel away. But it's an amazing thing in the way it's designed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I suppose think of all the different things that people are doing nowadays. We've got aircrafts, we've got cars, we've got you know, buildings and lots of different technology that we're looking into nowadays. But how much creativity and how much manpower was put into, you know, these things that we've created now. Now think, they didn't have cars, they didn't have trucks, they didn't have all those sort of things back then. They were putting all of that effort and all of that brain power into architecture, into, you know, stonemasonry. Yeah. So, I mean, archaeology, you know, looking at the, you know, below the earth and seeing where things come from, what people were doing back then. I think they explain it pretty well, and they can't go to absolute conclusions and say this is what definitely happened, but it's saying, oh, this is what most likely happened.
Well, this is the question too, Jono. Like, who's to say that the way history is written to now is the truth? Like, there's people questioning history's books and the way. Like, there's certain sites I follow online, and it's fucking interesting what could have been in the past and what they've actually told us in the last few hundred years, and whether the information's even true shit. Like, there may have even been an advanced society like a few hundred years ago that they're pretty well wiped and sort of shunned so that we live the way we do in a controlled format. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. So, you know Tesla, Nikola Tesla. Yeah. He worked out that there is a field of like electric energy in one of the atmospheres around Earth. Yeah, electromagnetic field. That we can actually tap into through towers and have free electricity. Like, that was something that he worked out. But why they don't use that is because they want us paying bills for electricity that they make with fucking coal and cogs, instead of tapping into the fucking ether where everyone could have free electricity. Yeah. And that cunt was pretty smart. He sure was, but... And they don't even use this technology, I'm saying, Jono. Like, they still rather do it this way. Because it's like we're all... it's like we're in a bit of a zoo in the way that they want us to fucking know things and live and pay the bills so they got more money. Yeah. I mean, he certainly did transmit electricity wirelessly through different ways, like, you know, big poles between two
in
different
800
poles.
meters, keep left to stay on N1.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So between two different poles, and that was called a Tesla coil. Yeah. Where pretty much you have heaps of electricity on one pole, it want to discharge and pretty much be lightning between the two poles. Yeah, right. Now
keep
think
left
of
to stay on N1.
Gotcha. Think of if you have like a cup of paint, right?
Continue on N1 for 172 kilometers.
Right? If you have a cup of paint, and think of a cup of paint and a battery, there's a certain amount of paint in that cup, and there's a certain amount of electricity in this battery. Yeah. Now, you can only spread that paint so far before you run out and it wears thin, and then you won't be able to see too much color, right? Yeah. In the same way, the further you try to spread electricity wirelessly through like Tesla coils, the more it wears out.
Right.
So, like, yes, you can transfer electricity wirelessly, but you can't do it majestically, like
like a continuous siphon.
Yeah, you can't. There's no such thing as free energy.
Yeah, right.
Like think of this Tesla car in front. So much energy that goes into
battery
making
can hold. Yeah.
that can hold. And the Earth is certainly has electricity and has magnetic properties, but like we can't just collect the energy like that. Yeah, because like it's the way it works is like pretty complex. Like the main thing it does is stops us from like getting solar flares, like big bursts of heat and big bursts of like waves and energy from the sun.
Okay.
So that it kind of acts as a
shield.
Yeah, as a force field, like the electric field of the Earth, to stop us from being cooked.
Wow.
And I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool, Russ.
Yeah.
That's sort of God's magic, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really awesome how that works. But
well, so is your family Christian and you're sort of following their ways, or have you educated yourself upon it?
Well, here's the thing. So there's having Jesus as a part of your life and having Jesus as the center of your life, right?
Yeah.
So having Jesus as a part of your life, you send your kids to Christian schools, you go to church every now and then. But do you actually believe that? Does that change the way you think?
Yeah.
For many of my family, no. It's merely just like a habit and a behavior that they go into.
Yeah, cool.
But does that change the way that they want to do things, or do they just like fit into the path of least resistance? Like can you tell the difference of them from everyone else on the earth?
No, yeah.
Not really. No.
It's more of an understanding than a following.
It's following. Like I call myself a Christian because I follow Christ.
Yeah.
I've gone to an Anglican church, I've gone to a Baptist church. I don't call myself an Anglican or a Baptist because that's just like a group of people. I follow one person, Jesus.
Yeah.
So Jesus is the center of my life.
Yeah.
But also a part of my life.
Yeah.
So
I like it, brother.
Yeah. So that's that. I suppose that's the sort of thing. Because like everyone follows something.
Yeah.
Everyone follows something. Money, fame, glory, everything. Yeah. Everyone worships something.
A different sort of energy or perception. That's right.
Yeah. So is there something that you feel like you follow?
Not really. I've been like I suppose my understanding and that I sort of agree with the Buddhist ways.
Yeah.
Of everything's energy and you can really we're in control at the end of the day of our lives in the way that we see things and the way that we put our pen to paper, metaphorically saying. But I feel like God is within us and all around us, and whether we want to follow sort of Jesus' ways or not, it's obviously gonna it's gonna guide us in the right path. But I think I like to have the choice of doing this or that, and not based on just the old school structure of religion. Like I respect it and I agree with a lot of its terms. Yeah. But I still believe that I have the control to do whatever I want to do without following religion, basically. Yeah. Jono, but I do respect it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it definitely keeps you on the right path if you do follow it. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose the thing is with different religions is like, what is the right path? Yeah. That is what each religion is attempting to answer, and I definitely agree with you with your respect. I cannot really bear people who only respect things that they agree with.
Yeah,
If we only respect people we agree with,
you're biased.
Yeah,
and you're narrow-minded, basically.
Well, everyone's biased, but you are narrow-minded if you only respect people you agree with.
Yeah.
And that's where wars happen.
Yeah.
That's where wars happen, where you don't respect different.
100%.
Don't respect different.
You've got to be open
cultures.
to it.
Yeah, different cultures, different economies, different religions, different everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect is important.
I think at the core of it, Jono, it's merely good or bad. You choose to do a good thing or give good things or, you know, speak good things.
Yeah.
Or you can fucking be a bit on the bad side.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as sort of yin yang, understand, which is spoke about with, like, you know, Jungian theory.
No.
Psychology.
No.
So he's a psychologist.
Enlighten me. Yeah.
Yeah, and his books are fucking very difficult to read, John, honestly,
Yeah,
but
wow.
I highly recommend it. My dad sort of got me onto him. I haven't even finished one of his books because some of the shit he writes, you sit there rereading it like 14 times, like trying to get your head around it. It's like a bit of a Bible, but it's speaking about the way he sees the structure of the mind and the way it works and the sort of different layers in the way we think.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting. But in one of his books, he sort of relates the symbol of yin and yang being there is light and there is darkness in life. And you don't have to see darkness as like a negative, bad thing, even though it is the negative to the positive.
Yeah.
It's sort of, it balances out how life is. Like, it's sort of like animals, like not all animals live in harmony. Like, they go and fucking hunt each other, and that's a bit vicious.
Yeah.
But that's just how life is. There's got to be a bit of good and there's got to be a bit of bad.
Yeah.
But we have that weapon of choice as humans to either be a good person or do good things, or be a shit cunt.
Yeah.
And live a bit on the dark side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, it's like, you know, obviously if you're religious, you try to hang on the light side of life. Like Jesus is, you know, a person of light, and then there's the devil or the devilish ways of living.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a real devil out there. I think it's more an act to be devilish. Like, devilish is more a doing thing and the way you sort of speak or treat someone.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas the light is, you know, the Jesus side of it, which is the giving, respectful, compassionate way of living. And they say that in the Buddhist ways as well. Like, you know, you want to be selfless and compassionate, but at the same time, you come first, and you actually have to love you completely before anyone, even like your family. You've got to really be selfish about. They say it in this way, John. It's like we are merely just, our souls are sailing through this life reality in this physical world, in our physical body, and our body is just the ship that we're sailing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you go to sleep and we're not here anymore. We're off in the fucking stars.
Yeah.
So we're merely just passengers. And if you don't take care of your ship and sail in the right fucking sea, then you might come across some fucking, you know, wild weather.
Exactly.
Or if you don't take care of your ship, scrape the fucking moss off the bottom and tuck in barnacles.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get turned into a bit of a septic cunt.
Absolutely.
And you don't sail properly, which is what you're saying, like being healthy and not drinking. That's a good thing. You're keeping your ship clean, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for me, I see the body. I see, well, everyone's body as temples of the spirit. Like, we all have spirit.
Yeah.
But whether we choose to actually
see it like that.
Yeah, choose to actually tap into that and to follow it is completely different. Because here's the thing that people often say is like, oh, if you entirely destroyed the Bible, like, you know, wipe the Bible from humanity, like, you know, say year 2023, people deleted the Bible, would Christianity die? I'd say no, because, you know, we can
instinctively.
Yeah, it's instinctual.
Yeah.
Like, see, how can you see this universe and not see the God who made it?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, like, how can you? you know, you go to anything, you see a building, you can think of the architect, like, oh, how the heck did they make that? Like, oh, there's so much thought that goes into everything, and just acknowledging that is really important, I reckon. Yeah. True shit. Yeah. But yeah, can I ask you something? Yeah. Like, you're probably a lot more into Buddhism than me, but like, you said yin and yang, so good and bad. I know there's good in the bad and there's bad in the good. Can you tell the difference between those two for me, please?
Oh,
yeah.
You're pretty well cliche. You sort of that's like a beautiful contradicting in itself, because you know, I don't think anyone can be completely good, because you know, that's the other thing with perception. Like some people might see a good thing in their life, whether it's eating apples every day to make their system feel better, be a good thing. But then someone like a nutritionist might say, well, you might get sugar diabetes from having too much sugar out of the apple.
Yeah.
So whether that's good or bad is up to them. It's merely whether you deliberately hurt someone's feelings,
right,
or hurt someone physically,
right,
is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because you're bringing negative energy onto someone else.
Yeah, sure.
And then the way you think is either positive or negative. So if you're thinking in a dark way that you want to hurt someone or hurt anything or this and that, can be bad.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing it for the reason of saving your family's life, that's good in your mind, because you're sacrificing this fuckwit, or you're basically killing someone because they're trying to kill your family.
Yeah.
But then you know, like and that's an understanding, I suppose, Jono.
Yeah.
Because for thousands of years, people have been killing other things naturally, just because that's how it is.
Yeah, for sure.
But then, you know, like in the medieval days, people went to war and slaughtered people, but they'd be Catholic. Yeah. And they'd follow God. Yeah. But then they say that, you know, they mean well and they're a good person in a day-to-day basis. But tomorrow I'm going to go and slaughter some of the enemy to save their livelihood. Yeah, for sure. So it's like it's a beautiful contradiction, I find, to explain what you were saying. Yeah. Because you're right, in the yin yang symbol, there's that sort of opposite blob of light and dark. But there's a bit of light and there is a bit of dark in the blob. Yeah, that's it. It's a hard one, brother. Absolutely. It's certainly what Taoism, the Chinese religion, that it's similar to Buddhism, but really delves into yin and yang and how that using that sort of thought, seeing how everything works. Yeah, and that sort of thing is crazy. Very interesting. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as far as I know, with Buddhism and Taoism, pretty much extends as far as like Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, that's a sick movie. Yeah, that is a good movie. It kind of like delves into it a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, you know, seeing Kung Fu Panda as a kid, I think that was like the first movie that like helped me open my mind up to other cultures. Because like, you know, growing up in Culburra, it's like there's like white and a couple of other indigenous kids, but there's the internet. But I didn't really get to see cultural other things. Yeah, like I know there's like Chinese noodles, but like actually, like thinking and seeing that there's other. This is how people live over there. Yeah, we're not as like pandas, but like thinking of like other cultures. Yeah, it's like really chopsticks. Sick. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, my culture isn't right or wrong. Their culture isn't right or wrong. It's just a way of living. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, everyone's got a different perception on things, eh? Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, it's twisted. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to China this year. I went to China for 3 weeks. Going from Hong Kong to Beijing. Oh yeah, you like it? Oh, it was fun. It was mad fun. I went there with a mate. Yeah. Just gonna get some fresh air. Yeah, no worries. I'll trip out on the aircon a little bit. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I want to go to China. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, ain't it? Yeah, it's sick. All their communist rules are coming out these days. Have you heard about that? With like photo ID stuff and everything? Oh, that's always been a thing, yeah. Oh, really? Communism in the communist ways, but the extra control or the way that they're Yeah, like this lady put a video up, and she couldn't shop in a certain fucking market because they pay things with their face.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking twisted, eh?
It's pretty hectic, yeah. But I think that's more of a technology thing rather than a political thing or a cultural thing. You know, we could do that in Australia. You know, even though we've got different cultures and different politics.
Yeah.
I think that's more of a technology thing.
True.
And more of a privacy concern than anything. If you don't want to do that, then you know you don't have to do that.
Yeah, right.
But I mean,
it's like a security blanket, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But like, in China, you don't really have too much of a choice with how things are done and how things run.
Nah, they're all pretty fucking intense.
Oh yeah.
The leaders over there, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, democracy is good. We should value it, and very much. It's quite popular nowadays to dislike capitalism. It's not perfect, but it can be done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, but anyway, there was one time, one night, me and my mate, we just like climbed up to the top of this mountain. It's called like Funjingshan Mountain, and like these cool temples up there. They were like made hundreds of years ago, and it was like really sick. But that night, me and my mate, we hung out with this other guy. We were just like walking through the markets, and this other guy was like, "Hey, how you going? You wanna go join me for some drinks? It's my birthday."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he invited me over to his like this restaurant that he really liked, and we drunk together. I didn't drink too much, but really one of the main things he said was like, regardless of the different ways we do things, regardless of international relations, we can still be friends.
Yeah. True shit.
Absolutely.
There's no need to be fucking degrading or fucking separative to anyone that lives like a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a real educated person though, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And he is a veteran from the People's Liberation Army, like the Army of China. And whilst I do not like the Chinese government or the Chinese army for any sort of reason, but like I don't like them for several reasons, but like even though he was part of that, I could still have empathy and sympathy for him, and like actually see him as a human and see him as a mate. Yeah.
No, that's the way to do it, eh?
For sure.
Because it's more so you should treat someone for who they are as a person, not what they believe in.
Exactly.
That's who we are. Like,
yeah.
You can go and rub cheese on your nipples.
Yeah.
And agree with that and think that's fun.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can do it. I'm not going to hate you for it.
Exactly, yeah. I definitely get that. Definitely get that. Yeah.
But maybe I would like rubbing cheese on my nips. Might be alright.
Exactly.
A bit of fucking goat cheese might be good.
Yeah,
good
goat cheese, man. I love goat cheese.
Yeah, goat cheese is good shit.
Goat cheese is good.
You tried that Merivale?
Meredith, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're sick. I've actually got a couple of their jars, and I store food in there. It's like good jars and also good cheese.
Yeah, right. Beautiful. I like the jars too. You're right. I've stored shitloads of them.
Yeah.
Right, Jono, sorry to fucking interrupt. Are you going to get petty or stop over at, I was thinking maybe Ballina up here?
Ballina?
Is that alright? I just had piss too.
Yeah, you need a piss? Yeah, no worries.
I'll give you a fitty for petty if you want.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to have a piss break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, how much longer do we have in the GPS? We've got like an hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, but Ballina's coming up here, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the next, I'll
show you where it is. I know where it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you'll see this anyway, but
yeah.
Have you been around Northern Rivers, Byron, and that?
I've been there before, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like Ballina. I haven't dived and got into the surf and got into the diving over there. Yeah. But I reckon that'd be a good place to explore when I have the time.
Sure. Yeah, it's got a good energy around Northern Rivers, eh?
For sure.
I'd definitely call it home, like my second home. It's relaxing and just has a good energy about it, eh? Like all the people are are quite fucking how you going. There's no real shit cunts around.
Yeah, for sure.
They've got a good understanding about politics and the way things are.
Yeah.
And quite a healthy area too. Like you can buy a lot of fresh fruit and veg from like certain places that you would, like service stations and shit. Whereas other places don't.
Yeah.
Like they make fresh salad sangers and a lot. It's called The Station.
Yeah.
It's called, so it's like a franchise around the Northern Rivers. The Station they called it, and it's different service stations that have been taken over by these people, and they just make a heap of fresh food for the servos.
Yeah, wow.
So it's not all like your fucking plastic bag fucking sangers that are real like commercially made. Stodgy shit.
Yeah.
So that's a positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can go. Yeah, stop right there. I kind of need to have a piss break too. But yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm still planning on stopping at this next spot because fuel's fuel's like a lot cheaper at this next spot, and it's getting pretty expensive between Coffs Harbour and Gold Coast. Yeah, okay. So I'd rather just send it all out to the Gold Coast and get there.
Is this pretty good on petty, this thing?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like 7.6 litres per 100 Ks.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, but what do you get out of a tank? Like 800 Ks?
Yeah, 800, 850. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
So, from a full tank got me all the way from Wollongong to Coffs Harbour.
Nice, sick.
Yeah, it's good fun. But yeah, I haven't actually gone full tank to see how far I could go. Yeah. Like the most recent big drives I've done is like Wagga, like going down that way. Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's like like half to 3/4 of a tank from Nowra and Kawara area.
Do you go into the snow?
Nah, I'm not really into that. I have a couple of mates at Wagga who we play music together and muck around on the farms, but I haven't really gone to the snow.
Yeah, right.
I'm guessing you snowboard?
I have in the past, but I haven't done it in fucking years. I want to.
Yeah.
Stinging for it, eh?
Yeah, that's sick. 27 Ks. So.
Yeah, but it should be like 15 minutes, I'm roughly saying.
Yeah, I reckon. Good calculation.
You've been cruising, but I like the way you're driving.
Yeah, cheers, man.
It's fucking annoying. Like, not that I give a fuck, I'm getting a lift, but some people just really sit under the limit, eh? A bit of a scaredy cat.
Yeah. But like, going just a little bit over within caution.
You can sit on 117.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to even hit the brake. If you see a copper, you can just lay off the acceleration and it'll drop to 110 within like 2 seconds anyway. Yeah, for sure. And it's like, I mean, I know people who like speed for the for the fun of it and the thrill, and I really do get that. Like, I really like that. Yeah. But I know it's not good for me. It's not good for other people. No. And it's not good for the environment either. That'd be the worst part of it, killing someone for just going an extra 50 Ks than you should be at.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I've got this thing. I chuck it on my steering wheel whenever the car is not driving. Nice. On the other side, don't speed. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, because like I just need to remind myself every time I get into this car, like I'm getting from A to B.
You're gonna get there either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there either way.
Yeah, that's good, brother.
Yeah, and if I need to speed, then I'm just badly organised. Yeah. Yeah, well,
and you're risking getting a ticket, and that fucking nearly takes a paycheck out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't have the money for that. Yeah, I'm a student. I do tutoring. There's not big bucks in that. Yeah, okay. But it's.
What do you tutor?
I tutor high school science and maths. Yeah, from year 7 to year 12.
Fuck, good on you, brothers.
Cheers, man.
What? So you're obviously advanced maths and science when you were at school?
Yeah. I mean, I did advanced, not extension, but I really like that sort of thing, and studying engineering, it really pushes me a lot further, and like before I was like selling solar panels, and like I love the tech with renewable energies and sort of thing, but I couldn't make much money because I don't really have that sort of sales mindset. Like I don't really have the conscience to sell someone something that they don't need.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they've got something that's good enough, then, you know, that's fine. But
yeah,
I don't know.
No, you're right. It's a bit sinful, isn't it? To just go and sell shit to profit yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's all, unless like they really need it, then you're sort of doing them a favour. But you're right. It's better to sell real things like fruit and veg and fucking medicine or something.
Yeah, it's good to do something that you actually
have a connection to.
Yeah, a connection to, and actually feel good doing.
And feel like it's going to benefit them.
Yeah, absolutely. Benefiting. Yeah. That's. I know, like, coming from Nara, there's a whole lot of other, there's a whole couple of defense bases, like, military companies developing weapons and all that sort of thing, and like military nuclear submarine being developed at Port Campbell. Like, they're really interesting sort of things.
But it's irrelevant.
I mean,
like having submarines for war. Is that what you mean?
I mean, like, you know, it's relevant. Like, I suppose we need them, but like, I don't think I had the conscience to do that. Like,
yeah, okay.
You know, like, I'd rather work on things that would help people get along together than work on things that would destroy other human beings because people have made poor decisions. Yeah. Because it's not decisions that you and I make that will result in us being in a war. It's decisions that government makes that will result in people being in a war.
That's right. But what a waste of, like, I think it was Scott Morrison maybe, or the cup before him, that spent like billions on the submarines, or maybe it was fighter jets a few years ago. But it's like Australia's never gone to war, and the wars that happen these days, generally it's like the Americans starting it. Yeah. Pretty well every war that's been since World War II has been backbone from the Americans. You do your research, John. The Americans, the arms industry and the people running America have always had their finger in the pie of war. Yeah, and the Middle East particularly, but like war happens between ethnic groups, between religious between countries, but I suppose that's different. You're right. Yeah, absolutely. That's a war that's been going for years. There's different types of war, but I think having big think tanks that are funded by arms companies and that are pushing for policies that will result in less diplomacy and more militarization. I just rather not have that happen. Like, I think diplomacy is awesome, having good relations between countries, but I certainly think it is good to be prepared to defend yourself, but not necessarily invade. Invade for sure. True. Like, I think that's why I have it shouldn't be a deliberate thing for any country to invade. For sure. Yeah. Well, that's the unfortunate part about every war is that these fuckwits that are starting and running these wars, they're not even in the fucking war shooting. Exactly. They get all these soldiers to go and shoot people and civilians and vice versa. Yeah. All these poor people that aren't even a part of it or even want to be at war die. Yeah, for sure. Because of their fucking ways of, just doing business. Yeah, for basically. Sure. I think that's where a lot of anti-war sentiment comes from. You know, think of Gallipoli. There was like, you know, Australia and New Zealand Army Corps that were sent in with a whole bunch of other fellas under the direction of the British government against the Ottoman Turk Empire. And you're like, were they facing the consequences of their decisions? Not exactly, only as numbers of like death counts. But like, and the same thing as well with in 1960s against Vietnam. Like, there were exclusions for people who couldn't be drafted. And, you know, that included a whole lot of people related to generally related to people who would usually be in politics. Yeah. So having, such a high political role. Yeah.
But you know Shrek?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a good quote by Lord Farquaad. He's like, you know, the big bad, you know, short guy, and he says, "Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make."
Yeah.
Or a sacrifice I'm willing to take. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like
How ironic's that, eh?
absolutely.
Yeah. That's how it all happens.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's just a game. It's just a game.
And for money.
Yeah,
It's not for money and power, eh?
Yeah.
Just all these fucking big head politicians and people run the world
Yeah.
that are just playing games with all of us, that's
Yeah.
right. And we can't do fuck all about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's crazy? It's like, okay, I'm a bit of a history nerd, but like, you know, even Adolf Hitler towards the end of the war, from like, you know, 1943 onwards.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
He pretty much sacked a lot of his top military generals because, like, he was in a bad state. If he did what they said, then Germany would have been in a much better position. But he didn't listen to them. He just wanted to do what he wanted to do, and that's pretty much just like. Yeah, it was more of a power thing. Like, he wasn't benefiting.
He was insane too.
Yeah. He wasn't benefiting with money. His country wasn't getting better. He just wanted to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he was fanatically. He was obsessed with his beliefs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Have you ever read about? He was on drugs. He was on meth.
Oh yeah.
He was on speed and that.
Oh,
and he was giving it to his soldiers.
Yeah, and coke. Well, meth to the soldiers, but he was like, you know, hopped up on cocaine lots.
Yeah, but I think he was getting his doctor to give him pure speed, injecting it.
Yeah.
Because he had some fucking disease or some shit.
Yeah, for sure. So
it was just lit off his corner.
Yeah, and there's like footage of him, like absolutely like
fizzing out.
Yeah,
in the stadium.
Yeah, in the stadium. Oh, it's funny as.
I love it. And he's like rubbing his dick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like that sort of thing. The internet is so crazy that we get to see those sort of things nowadays. It's nuts. Yeah.
So what? He was German, Adolf Hitler, obviously.
Well, like Austrian. Like, it was born in. Well, like, the thing is, countries change over time, like their borders. But yeah, he's like Austrian German. Yeah, that sort of region.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a wonder whether he was just another puppet that the higher echelons were using to do what he done, like anyone that's running a country, like people like Obama and George Bush, and any of these fucking crazy motherfuckers that are sort of, I don't know if deliberating is the right word, but sort of delegating all these ways and making everyone believe that it's the right thing. So it's sus, but look, I don't think he was doing it on the backbone of his own terms. There was someone else saying this is what we're doing, I reckon, and he was just the perfect puppet to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, looking back on his decision making, I wouldn't think so. In terms of his authoritarian regime, with him being the top guy, him being the Führer, like, if you didn't do what he said, if you like pretty much anything else that you said, whether you agreed with him or not, determined whether you lived or not.
Yeah, he was a fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
to say the least. Yeah.
In democracy, there's a whole lot more accountability. Like with we can't really have an emperor in Australia. We have the king.
Yeah. But there's no real. That's right.
Yeah.
It's run by another puppet.
Yeah. Well, there's always another string, whether that's relating to like intelligence organizations or other sort of things. But decisions can always be traced to their source.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of.
Oh, here, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, no, you're dead right, John O'Lane. Interesting on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, seeing our governments change over time.
Yeah.
So are we going to service centre or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, okay, well, we'll get back on the route.
500 meters at the roundabout, take the second exit onto the Pacific Highway, A1 ramp. In 500 meters, turn left.
I've got to go too. Oh, guys.
You just go
Macca's car park, yeah.
through the right, yeah.
Yeah.
Parks in it there.
Yeah, easy. You can jump out now and I'll go get a park, yeah.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, just give us your number in case I lose it.
Yep. Call me now if you want, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Cheers, John.
No worries.
Righto.
All good.
Jono's phone
is connected.
No, not now, and probably not ever. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you've had trips before on that?
Nah.
Oh, right,
No.
you just respect them.
Yeah, I respect, and
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
to
sorry,
research.
but I don't mean to
That's all good.
get in your face.
No, not offended whatsoever.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
offended whatsoever. Yeah. But
Oh,
I
mates up there,
suppose, yeah.
they're, like I told you, $6. I just want to get a bit leveled. Because I'm going to walk in, they're going to be off their fucking heads.
Yeah.
So I
That's
just want
fine.
to level up a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So like, so what do you carrying the empty man in like a little pouch? Like a little pouch in the little bag? Yeah. I mean, I suppose I'd have an issue if you're like, smoking or like vaping in the car.
No,
that'd be dog.
That'd be shit. No, that'd be inconsiderate. That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. But no, you're fine.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, all
I thought you might want to fucking kick me out of here.
good. Nah, it's all good. It's not a school bus. It's fine.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, you're a
cheers.
good cunt.
Yeah. Cool. 1 hour and 9 minutes, 108 Ks, and we've got 113. Beautiful. Pushing it. It's all calculated.
Nice. Everything's numbers, eh?
Absolutely. Oh wait, here's another thought as well. Is there anything in the universe that is devoid of being numerical?
Devoid of being numerical.
Like, is there anything beyond the scope of maths?
No.
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree.
Or, well, gases are pretty hard to fucking sum though, aren't they? Like to measure gas?
No.
You can put it in a container and then you know how much you got, but
Yeah.
you can't really judge it by looking in the sky
Yeah.
of how much oxygen's floating around.
But like,
Highway, A1 ramp.
way we can interact with them, which can allow us to determine that.
Yeah, okay.
Well, when you're measuring something, you got to have one thing that's fixed, and then you measure something else.
Yeah.
So, for example, when we were talking about speed, cameras, and all that sort of thing,
Yeah.
they had a fixed distance,
Exit the roundabout onto the slip road.
but they had a
In
variable
600
speed.
meters,
Yeah.
left
So
onto
they'll
M1.
like a variable time. So
Yeah.
they're seeing how much time spanned between two distances.
True, brother.
Yeah.
Good point.
So gases can be measured pretty well because density, how many gas particles are within a certain area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good way of doing it. And they
Yeah,
do that
that's-
with like lasers and stuff.
True, brother.
It's pretty sick though.
So I've been quite interested. It's quite far-fetched in this theory. Do you know? But I'm going to say it because I like it.
Yeah. Go for it.
So flat Earth theory.
Right. Yeah.
Have you fucking read about that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Or you just haven't bothered with it because it's just too far-fetched?
It seems a little far.
It's very far-fetched, I know. But
It's like
it's only far-fetched because we've only always known that it's round.
not really.
Nah.
Not really. I mean, the thing is, like, if you only believe what you see, then you are, you know, you're fooling yourself.
Well, this is the thing, because the NASA, you know, moon landing was actually fake.
Right.
Honestly. Like, they've got Buzz Aldrin in his older age doing these conferences with all uni students and shit. And they'll ask him a question about it, and he goes, well, I could tell you, but it didn't happen. And basically, because he's getting old and ditzy, he's just being straight up about it and was saying that it was fake. And Stanley Kubrick, he's an old producer, movie producer from back in the day. He's come out and said it was all fucking staged in a Hollywood fucking basement. That's it.
Right.
So why, for one, is that a point why they've lied that they went to the moon? Whether it was like a media thing and they just wanted it to be America that got there first as an ego thing. But then it is, like, don't get me wrong, I don't believe it, but I definitely contemplate it, Jono, like, it's fucking interesting.
Sure.
And then there's other studies, because this is the twisted thing about it, bro, like, it's not just a conspiracy theory these days, it's like millions of people around the world are fucking pretty well believing that it is flat. And that there's more land past Antarctica, and it, like, I'm not saying it's like a plate and there's edges to it off the edge of the fucking, you know, edge of the universe.
Yeah.
But, like, there's real old school beliefs, like fucking a few hundred years ago, with certain cultures that believed it was flat.
Yeah.
And then there's all these underlying, like, sort of obvious in our face little symbols, like the UN. Their fucking symbol in the UN is a flat map of the Earth.
That's just a view from the Arctic, from the North Pole.
I know.
Yeah.
But why do they do it like that?
Because you can see every country.
I know.
Yeah.
Brother, if you dig into it a bit, it's fucking trippy. Like, people have done like distance over. Like, they've got their ratio of, you know, pi, circumference of the curvature of the Earth. Yeah. Of, like, say you're going around the Earth, or so you're looking out to the horizon.
Yeah.
And it obviously should drop. The curvature should drop, say, a few meters as you start travelling around the globe. But they've got
like a meter every
70 k's or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Whereas they've done long distance telescopic sort of viewpoints on, like, a lighthouse. Yeah. Which is hundreds of k's away, past the horizon. Yeah. But they can see it with a telescope. Yeah. And it still is on the flat plane as if you could see it from, you know, like a shorter distance. Which says it's either a bigger Earth than it actually is, and they're lying about the circumference of the curvature, or it's flat.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's probably a bit too far-fetched.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think if you look at anything from any perspective, you can pretty much find any belief. Yeah. You can pretty much justify any belief.
Yeah.
But when you look at the nature of how the Earth functions in context with all the other functions of the Earth. Yeah. So such as
the star tracking.
The stars, the moon, the way that volcanoes function in the Earth, the way that biomes are sorted over the Earth, the way that
it's all connected.
Yeah, temperatures.
Yeah, but I know.
Yeah, that connecting all those sort of things together. That is ecology. That is astronomy. That is everything. Connecting all those things together allows you to have a good understanding to say, oh, okay, that's pretty fair to say that the Earth is round. Yeah. And okay, one of the first ways that people found, like, actually verified and said the Earth is round because of this. Yeah. One of the first ways they did that is, like, okay, you have two different sticks. Like further away from, like, east to west. You know, we know east to west, north to south, but, like, the further they are, the way that shadows affect them are different. Yeah. Because, like, if the Earth is flat, then it should, the shadows on them should be the exact same.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, because they're on a globe. Yeah, the one shadow would be longer than the other, and the one might be in a slightly different direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still pretty cool to see that though. One thing that I find really interesting is like, okay, in maths, there's a whole bunch of like principles and like practices that like all across the world came to at around the similar time. And knowing that like math is a universal language and knowing that there's a universal truth is really trippy. So like things like Pascal's triangle or like calculus, which is calculus is like the rate of change of things. Yeah.
True, brother. Yeah, he's trippy as fuck.
Yeah. Seeing different people.
But see, this is like there's certain sort of scientific facts like well, they say that we're revolving around the sun with all the rest of our planets, and we're travelling through the universe at a certain pace.
Yeah.
So there's the sun. We're all going around it, following it.
Yeah.
Going that way.
Yeah.
If that's a thing, Jono.
Yeah.
Then how the fuck, for the past few 100,000 years, well, 100 years we'll start with. Yeah. Using star tracking, using the Northern Star and Southern Cross, has always been there for them to track, wherever they want to go. If we're travelling through the universe, why are those stars still in the same place?
Because they're really far away. It can take...
But you wouldn't think it'd slightly go that way? Like after the hundreds of years? Like, if we're travelling that way, that star should at least go over to the right slightly.
100 years ago, what were they using to track the movements of the stars?
The sun.
What methods they use to look at the stars?
Well, they'd link them up.
To look at the stars, to observe, and to record. What sort of things were they using?
Reflection.
So they were using like glass telescopes.
Yeah.
And they were using paper, right?
Yeah.
So they were able to have the same sort of constellations, but noticing like tiny increments of change happening billions of light years away has only really been able to happen in the past 70 years when we've had digital telescopes and computers to really track that, and satellites in like above the Earth to go around and measure those changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I certainly do get that. Yeah, like frame of reference. Like we're on a planet going around the sun, and our solar system, like the planets going around the sun, is also moving within the galaxy, and the galaxy is moving as well.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
Well, you're saying the galaxy's moving with us?
Like
the stars are traveling all with our solar system?
Not really. So just think of like a think of like two German lads playing foosball on like the table soccer on a train, right?
Yeah.
Now these guys are moving their hands, and that's moving the ball around.
Yeah.
And if they close their eyes, they can't really know
where they're moving.
Yeah, where they're moving on a train, because the train is moving at a constant speed.
Yeah.
And like there's so many different things moving,
and it's not going to affect the ball because the ball's already moving with.
Yeah, it's already moving as well. Because the thing is, it's acceleration. It's acceleration. We feel acceleration. We can feel. It's called so that's inertia. So like the Earth is spinning. We don't feel that spin. The Earth is like moving through the solar system. We can't really feel that, but it still happens. It still happens, which is nuts.
Yeah, true, brother.
Yeah,
it's amazing, really.
Yeah. So like the things we know comes from the things that we can build, the things that we like, the instruments that get better and better at understanding things.
Yeah.
And we're measuring things. Yeah.
True shit.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I don't really like it how people just like, if they don't agree with it or they don't, you know, naturally understand it, they just, you know, throw it away. Like they just toss it off. Like, oh, you're just
because they haven't seen it themselves.
Oh, you're just a crazy nutter. Exactly. Yeah, like imagine the first people. The first people saying, oh, well, the Earth isn't the center of the universe. Saying that to everyone else who doesn't agree with you is going to cause a fair bit of a stir, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, flat Earth is, they reckon that it's a fixed Earth and we aren't moving. And Earth is actually the center, and we actually have a local sun and a local moon that revolves around, say, the Earth itself, but it's a plate in the structure. Yeah. And the sun isn't actually millions of miles away, and it isn't as big as they say, like make it out to be. It's actually a similar size, if not the same, as the moon. And the moon and the sun are like mates. And you can understand that more with like a solar eclipse. Like it's sort of incredibly sort of the possibility of the sun being perfectly millions of miles away and the moon being exactly the same size of it when it has a solar eclipse. That's got to be some pretty fucking planned shit. But for the moon to just sort of be like they reckon however long ago it got caught in the Earth's orbit, and it's just some rock that fucking sits up there perfectly sphered, is amazing in itself. Like you see asteroids going through space and they don't look like the moon, they're all fucked up and rocky.
Well, think about that. The larger things are, the more of a tendency it has to be a sphere.
True.
So, when like people on the International Space Station, if you get like a droplet of water, it's less likely to be a sphere. But the larger it is, the more likely it is to be a sphere, because it has like center of gravity. It doesn't have enough energy to spread out. But as with like asteroids and that sort of thing, it's just like, it doesn't have enough mass to squish into a sphere. It's pretty cool though.
It's amazing, brother. Yeah,
for sure. But like, the thing is, here's the thing. You can learn by asking questions, but you can also learn by questioning answers.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, think, how fast is my finger moving?
Probably about 15 k's now.
But the car is moving.
Yeah.
So what? The car, my finger is moving 100 k's an hour?
Yeah, that's right. Well, in the car, it's fuck all though, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's relative. So that's what frame of reference is called. Where you have what are you measuring? What are you measuring the movement according to what? What do you say? Oh, that's the fixed stationary point.
Yeah.
Because like in space, there's no fixed stationary point. Like everything is moving, so you can't really say, oh, this is fixed stationary.
Yeah.
Because like, it's all about you can feel acceleration, but you can't feel speed.
Feelings true.
Yeah.
Like right now, we don't really notice. Like especially on cruise control, you can't feel the pulse, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So like, you could close your eyes and wake up now, and you could just be sitting in a chair in a library.
Yeah.
It's like
good, eh? Just be stuck in a dream.
Exactly.
That could be true.
Yeah, it could be true.
Who are you, Johnny?
I don't know how hard you're tripping right now, but like, So you put like how much do you man that iced tea?
Oh, only probably a point.
Yeah, a point.
Yeah.
Oh, what is a point?
is 0.10 of a gram.
0.010
Oh, 0.10 of a gram, sorry, yeah.
Do make it look like pink salt.
Yeah, it's generally like a bit brown or more clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it in a salt shaker and no one would know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd know after
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
You'd be dancing on the table or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But nah, it's something like obviously you do you, Jono, but out of all drugs, MD's my favourite because you still, depending on how much you take with anything, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you only have a point, you're still quite within your means.
Yeah.
You're not fucking going mad off your head.
Yeah, for sure.
But it gets like the dopamine release happening. And you just feel like you're sort of giving and receiving love all at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's lovely.
Yeah. I mean, you know, everyone gets the high from different things. Like some people like some people have their preferred supplements, like say coffee or beer or whatever. Like say some people call themselves connoisseurs and whatever. Like a beer connoisseur, like they love the breweries, they go to all the different things.
Yeah.
And they know how it's all made and all that sort of thing. But like experiencing it is I feel like art is subjective, right? And substances make your perception even more subjective. Yeah. Yeah, than others. Cause like,
so say that again. Art makes you.
Art is subjective.
Yeah, to what you're interested in.
Yeah, well, like, so interests are like different. Like interests are different from like perception. Like what is subjective is like what your eyes see, what your ears hear.
Yeah.
But and objective is like something that is, you know, measured beyond your influence. So like a photograph.
Yeah.
Like that can't be tainted by what you think.
Yeah.
Like your emotions determine how you see things, right? And like, you know, drugs influence how you see things and how you feel things.
Yeah.
So that just makes your perception even more subjective. Yeah. Yeah. Because like there's three things that the brain does, right? There's perceive, you know, seeing, hearing, listening, whatever. Interpreting, like thinking, oh, what was that I just heard? Or like, oh, I know this artist from, you know, this other place, or I've been here before.
Yeah.
And
sort of analysing it.
Yeah. And then like perceiving, observing, and like dictating, or like
reacting to it.
Yeah, reacting to it. Actually, like saying something, like expressing something.
Yeah.
Or like writing something down.
True.
Yeah.
That's all we are, really, eh?
Pretty much.
The way that we do things. Yeah.
And like that's just like the basic way of looking at it, and the way that something that helps me understand my brain better is thinking about computers. Like I work with lots of computers and do a lot of like tech projects.
Yeah.
Like restoring old phones and old computers and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
mine's similar to a computer structure, you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's just inputs and outputs.
Yeah.
Everything is input and output.
And downloads.
Well, yeah, that's an input.
True.
Yeah, an upload output.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's input of perception, output to perception, and then output from interpretation to portrayal. Portrayal is the word I was looking for, not dictation, because dictation is mainly just like talking to writing, but like portrayal is like everything that you use to express.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, Auslan, that's expressing something. That's visual language.
Yeah, to betray. Isn't how to portray something is to understand it?
You know, like
to see it in your manner or in the manner that it actually is. It's merely a perception portrayal, isn't it? To betray.
Well,
is it not, or am I tripping?
Well, it's like it's kind of like a feedback loop. It's kind of like a feedback loop in a sense. Like you perceive things, you think about it, and you portray it. Like that think of that as like a cycle.
Yeah, okay.
That continuously happens to create something. So it's like think of fixing an engine.
Yeah.
You tweak something, you look at it, you think about it, and you act upon it. You act upon what you know in portrayal, and then after you fix that, after you've done that little tweak, you look at it again. So it's just a continuous cycle.
Yeah.
We are dead when those three things aren't happening.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you only have one of them, you're merely just a fucking a walking zombie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you're not actually given strength in thinking about things, or given strength in seeing things, or given strength in...
I think there's a lot of those people out there though, Jonathan.
Yeah.
There are a lot of walking fucking idiots that don't really think about what's going on.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, because they're just like sheep.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Sheep probably have a better train of thought.
But like, people think, but people are taught to think different ways, right?
Like inside the box.
Yeah. But I suppose, like, everything, like, think of like a box, right? You can be outside of the box, but you can be in a shipping container with all the other boxes, right? There's always a bigger box.
Yeah.
Because there are limits to human consciousness, right?
Is there?
Do you reckon there's not?
Fuck no.
You reckon?
Right. Well, how a lot of people, well, the theory has it, like we only use 10% of our brain. But that's not really our consciousness, but being conscious of anything is knowing what we know, really, and then, as you say, portraying with what we know. Whereas, if we really understood how this all works,
yeah,
we could be very conscious of it, and then maybe be a bit more of an avatar.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so you know what you know, and I know what I know.
Yeah, sure.
But then, like, a monk that's been meditating for fucking 50 years, is probably tapped in a whole other way, because his mind has been open to, well, his consciousness is open to the sea of opportunity.
Right.
So then you can sort of tap into different echelons of telepathy. Like there's people out there that are mediums and can talk to fucking spirits.
Right.
Like that's a different consciousness because of the way that their structure's made. And that's some beautiful shit.
Yeah.
And it's a thing. And we could all be tapped in a higher consciousness, but well, there's a lot of things tainting our energy, I think, in this world, which like fucking, like Wi-Fi and fucking. There's, I'm not saying I'm a 5G man. Yeah. But I think it's a definite thing that radio waves affect because humans are nearly like batteries. We're just like a fucking walking body of liquid. Majority of us is just water. So we're just like these antennas getting around, receiving fucking words through frequency, Right. Sound is frequency.
Yeah.
And this whole place is just frequency and vibration. So it's all just sounds. Like our fucking skin is just like a sound in a really complex...
Yeah. Do you think Wi-Fi interferes with sound?
I think Wi-Fi interferes with matter, and fucking electricity, which we are. We're basically vibrational energy. So, yeah, they've done studies on like how the 5G affects us and fucking any living thing in Netherlands.
In everything in what?
In the Netherlands, in Europe.
Netherlands, right? Yeah.
And they found that it's fucking not good, Like it actually tainted some women's periodic table that were around it.
Periodic table, like
periodic
period cycle,
periods,
man.
yeah.
Oh, periodic table.
Period cycle. Sorry.
Get tripping.
Thank you. I'm
no
tripping.
worries.
Periodic cycle. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's fucked. And then like plants that were near these towers were fucking not growing as strong. They were wilting.
Right.
So yeah, I reckon it's sus as fuck. Like all those 5G towers they put up during COVID.
Right.
You know they were putting them all up during COVID, during the lockdown.
Yeah, happening before, during, and after, but yeah.
But they'd put a shitload up during the lockdown, which was sus. Like what? And it wasn't really telecasted either. What do you call it? Meteorised that they were doing that. They just went and did it.
What do you mean they?
Putting the government put the towers up.
I mean, different corporations like the National Broadband Network were, helping support the increased, network demand that came with living from home.
Yeah.
But I suppose the objective, the observations that have been made in terms of the interaction between life and radio communications is very limited in results. Like, it's not inconclusive, but it doesn't show any connection beyond certain cases. Now there's at university there's lots of different towers around that allow internet to spread, right? But there's fenced off areas.
Where?
Yeah, there's fenced off areas at uni that says RF has it, so radio frequency has it.
Yeah.
If you're too close, then that's too much. That's too much of an issue.
Yeah.
But how I was talking about with paint, paint spreading and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Similar with the radio waves.
Yeah. So the further it travels, the more it dilutes out, right?
Yeah.
Which is why you can't get radio stations on the other side of the planet from where they're broadcasted, right?
Yeah.
And with phones, they don't need too much to operate. They're like tiny little things. They only need little chips and a tiny bit of reception for them to work really well.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem for us unless we're too close, and which is why they are fenced off. So they do affect life, but I think those claims that it affects say plants on the side of the road next to the tower is quite exaggerated.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But here's the thing with conspiracy theories. It starts with something that is true, but it jumps to a different conclusion.
Yeah, it's so far-fetched.
Yeah. So saying this is another conspiracy theory, not really related, but it's so there are a lot of Jews in media companies and higher businesses and
Jews.
Yeah,
Jewish people.
Yeah, Jewish people. Now that is true, right? That is undeniable.
Yeah.
But it becomes a conspiracy theory when you jump to the conclusion and say that Jewish people, they're making a new world order and they're trying to control everyone and getting into all the high powerful positions to influence everyone. That's a conspiracy theory. Because you're jumping into a conclusion. I'm not saying you, but
the theories that are there.
Yeah,
I have heard that though.
Yeah, absolutely. But to go from an observation to a conclusion, what do you need? You need logic.
That's right. And reason.
Well, yeah, logic and reason, of course. But and logic and reason is considering how things work together, cause and effect. And when you do such things, you don't get conspiracy theories. But when you disregard logic and reason, you end up with far-fetched ideas that cause harm and that are backwards.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. Which is why we got to be very careful when we say something is true. Yeah, that's true. But you got to be careful how you get to your conclusions.
True shit, you're right, brother.
Yeah.
How's this along the lines of what you're saying though, John?
Yeah.
When the Twin Towers happened in America, there was a call made out the day before to all the Jewish people. It was a Jewish holiday. And they said, well, they all didn't go to work the day that it blew up.
I don't think it's true.
No?
No. That's that was lots of people.
They just made it up, right?
Yeah. It's the
hate on the Jews.
Well, I can't exactly say, oh, they did this because I don't know exactly why that idea was made.
Yeah.
I can't jump to that conclusion because I don't have logic.
No, that's right.
I don't have any extra.
This is just someone's opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, kind of jumping back to perception. Perception, interpretation, and portrayal. Our perception of reality never defines it. Because we are all subjective. Yeah,
we all see things in our own way.
Yeah, yeah, and that doesn't mean you can go, oh, I see it this way, therefore it's true.
Yeah.
Truth is a complex word, and we can't really. We need to be careful what definition of it we're using. We can't just throw it around and say, oh, that means that means that.
I've tripped on the word truth in itself in the last fucking year pretty well, John, because it is subjective truth. Like language has truth in the way that we name things, saying this is a car.
Yeah.
But in another language, it's called something else.
Exactly.
But we're all agreeing it is the same thing.
Yeah.
But we could start saying the grass is blue. Yeah. And that becomes the truth if we all agree upon it. So it's merely an agreement that everyone has as a majority that makes something true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in Hitler's eyes, the Jews were bad cunts and he wanted to solve it. And that was his truth. Yeah. But then, we obviously disagree with that because he's killing people. So it's not true to us. Yeah. But it was true to him and the fucking Germans of that time. So it's like a relevant thing to... Right. Or is it relevant? Relative? No.
Relative.
It's relative to what you basically want to agree upon.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry. Yeah.
So scientific facts over the years have been slightly, sometimes, I can't remember one, but all of a sudden there might be a fact that's wrong, and they'll obviously have a different truth upon it.
Yeah, being corrected. Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole time that was seen that way was true then, but now it's found that it wasn't. Yeah. So it was merely it wasn't true the whole fucking time. We were just agreeing it was true. Yeah,
that's the thing. Our perception of reality doesn't define it. So,
nearly gives truth no substance. That was what I'm getting at, brother.
Yeah, but the truth is like our seatbelt to reality. That's like the closest thing we can get to saying, oh, this is what is most likely the case for what actually happens, right?
Yeah.
And that sort of thing changes over time, such as with definitions changing. Say, grass being blue. Well, what is blue? The definition of I know the definition of blue doesn't change, but say if it did change, then lots of other things would change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got how we see things change, which results in our perception of them change.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Suspicious as well.
Suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's very cool though.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you with how light is pretty much just colours. What light is
the reflection.
Yeah, colours, and they're based off frequencies, right?
Yeah.
So high frequency, goes into the blue, purple colours. Lower frequency goes into the red, which is why you get infrared. It's still light, but it's just a lower frequency that we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah. just thinking about that is kind of nuts.
It sends you mad trying to work it out, don't it?
Absolutely, because like there's different animals that see colours differently. Yeah,
that's right.
Because like there's different
like cats see heat. So they reckon cats can see like the other dimensions. They can see spirits and shit. Yeah. I believe that, eh? Because my Mrs. Cat, she used to fuck around the house looking at shit that wasn't even there, eh?
Yeah.
I was staring at it.
Yeah.
I was going, what the fuck's there, Troy?
Yeah.
But it was, it was an energy, I reckon.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's it. I'd be skeptical of the cat looking into other dimensions, but
more spiritual, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Energies.
Yeah.
Because dogs do that too.
Yeah, they look into space.
They can. But they start barking and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Like you believe in ghosts and shit, eh?
I like spirits, but not like something that like haunts a house or like that's
same. It's merely a ghost is just a spirit that hasn't left Earth. It's stuck down here because it's attached to something. They reckon. Because
who's they?
Well, mediums, the people that actually see them and they can talk to them.
Right.
Like there's people out there that actually they're tapped in, bro. And it's fucking true shit. Like it's fact that they can see them because they'll start talking to a random person about a family member that is just put like complete detail.
Yeah, right.
And then they're having they're like the translator and saying the member's like sorry or they love you and they want you to live on and happy. This like cliche shit, but it's there.
Yeah, right.
But it's silly not to believe in it because we are just spirits, once again, passengers in these physical forms.
Yeah.
And from the stars or fucking wherever we come from. And then we go back up there. Because the Buddhists understand and believe that. Because they, like reincarnation, do you believe in that?
Yeah, I don't believe in it, but I know what it is, yeah.
Yeah, so they reckon that we continuously sort of come down to earth, live, and if we don't find, what do they call it? I always forget this word. Enlightenment.
Right.
Which the monks are all seeking.
Yeah.
Meditating on and trying to sort of see things true.
They just want to get out of the loop.
Yeah, they want to stay up in the stars and not keep revolving back to this physical form.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. And there is information on reincarnations. Like people have come back, and there's several examples of kids that'll just start talking about some random cunt. Yeah. That fucking had a certain type of life, and their name was Bob, and they were a dude, but the kid's a girl. Yeah. And then they look Bob up, and he was a real cunt. Yeah. But they've got no connection to Bob. But the kid starts talking about him. Yeah. And it was like, well, the kid was Bob, and he got hit by a truck, and now he's back as a kid. Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying that supports reincarnation. Really. For sure. Yeah. I mean, like I don't believe in reincarnation, but I believe in carnation. That we continue off to the other world. Yes. So like there is heaven, there is hell, but there is God incarnation. So Jesus is both fully God and fully man, and like that. Yeah, that is. Yeah, some people say, oh, he's just God, or some people say, oh, he's just man. But like, he fully stated and fully proved that he is fully God and fully man. Well, that's true shit. This guru trippy fella, well, he's not a guru, he's just this hippie cat, older fella that walks around northern rivers. Yeah, right. He doesn't drive, he just walks everywhere, and he's got this fucked leg. You might see him one day. Yeah, damn. I picked him up hitchhiking, and he was telling me about Jesus, studied it, religion, and like manifestation and stuff. Yeah, right. And he said that Jesus, when he was like 21 or something, he fucking disappeared for a few years, and they reckon he went over to India and studied Buddhism and the way it works, and then got fucking well educated on it, and then was enlightened from how he understood it all, and that's how he became godly, and was full of wisdom and love and knowledge, and started trying to fucking sort of do what he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he reckons he was enlightened and became the enlightened one, which is like godly, basically.
When you say the enlightened one, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that like there's only a select few that'll become enlightened?
Nah, I reckon anyone can.
Anyone can.
Yeah. But I think it's up to fate.
Right.
Yeah, not to not believe in fate, because we're all in control of how we live. And
Can you look at how many Ks we've got?
34.
34.
Where are you going, brother? You going to... Whereabouts on the Gold Coast are you going?
I'm going to Surfers Paradise.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so
Yeah.
fucking oath.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like how many Ks does that say?
34. 33.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's not even half an hour.
I got to get probably $10 of fuel to get to this fuel station.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because like it's
Are you getting low?
yeah, it's going low. Like I'm at like 12 Ks.
Yeah, there's...
Yeah. I'll go to the next fuel station. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be... I'll look it up.
Yeah. Cheers. I reckon probably not to say that it's bad, but like I reckon if I probably could have if I stayed the route and continued rather than taking that piss break. I mean, we needed that piss break, but like
Yeah.
yeah, that probably could have helped with getting there.
There's one there. On the other
There's one
side,
there.
dog.
There was one back there, but yeah, we'll come up to one in a sec. And like we can go on like 0 Ks for like around 50 to like 40 Ks.
Oh, you'll get there then.
50, I don't want to push it.
No, don't push it.
I definitely don't want to push it. I'll put $10 fuel in.
Yeah, there's definitely one on the way.
Yeah. But yeah, I've tried to be as efficient as possible.
No, yeah, I feel you, brother.
Yeah. Oh, this one, you reckon? This one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
Surely. Alright, can you keep looking maps?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, we get it.
Take the next left onto Phillip Street.
Oh, so just go up
In 300
here.
meters,
Yeah.
Turn left
There's
onto
a-
Chindera Bay
Turn
Drive.
right up here, and there's a servo up there.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I don't really care what
Take the
price
next
it is.
left onto Chindera
Here, I
Bay
just
Drive.
get
Just gotta get it in there, eh?
$10 fuel, and that'll get me the cheap as one. I love the fuel check app. Fuel check app is good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Mate, you're good company. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, likewise, John. I enjoyed the conversations.
Absolutely. Cheers, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it just makes the trip go fast too.
Absolutely.
Feels like we've only been here for 10 minutes. Bro.
I know.
I was saying that to Beth, the other bird, first.
Yeah.
Because especially if you got someone new in the car, you got more to talk about,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you're not thinking about driving anymore. You're thinking about what you're thinking about.
Yeah. And you get
So-
you get different perspectives.
Yeah.
More people with different experience have different ideas
Yeah.
because they've all lived different ways.
Yeah. Different perceptions.
Indeed. No, we're not going diesel. We're not gonna kill the car. We're gonna
What
go.
side's it on the left?
Yeah. Actually, that way.
Straight,
So,
then turn left onto Chindera
On your
Bay
side.
Drive.
On your other side.
yeah. So I just go.
Yeah. Hey, look, he's going.
Yeah, but
He's gonna pull out of me.
yeah.
Are you right?
Yeah, so it's on my left.
Oh, it is on your
It's
left.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I think we can go that way to get back on the highway. I'll just check.
Yeah, sweet. No worries. I mean, I've got the nav here, so it
Yeah,
should be
true. What do you
Is
think?
there like E10? Is the other side E10? Should I just jump out and see if the other side is E10?
Yeah, okay.
Alright, cheers. Because like, there's 91.
Fuel saving on that.
Yeah. 91, yeah, easy. I just go fill up here. What a bloody legend. Jack and I had an awesome conversation. We hung out together. And yeah, he's a good bloke. Oh, I'm glad I could have his company. Now I'm going to head off to this cheap fuel spot after this BMW goes past and head to the resort, or head to HQ rather.